Hi, what's up? My name is Coach Coco, and I'm a PE teacher just like you, and I always look for different ways to explore and grow my PE game. So today I want to talk about two resources that I've been using that I really love, and I found them recently, and I've been loving them in my PE online Google Classroom. And I thought, what a better way than to share them with you so that way we can grow our PE practice and get more engaged students. So let's take it to the computer. And one of the things that I've noticed throughout PE and teaching remotely with PE is it is extremely difficult. Like it is extremely difficult. Believe me, I understand. I know exactly what you're going through and I totally relate. One of the things that I found that is so helpful is finding different applications that I can use to better my PE classroom and have my students more engaged, involved, and have a chance to interact with my lessons more. The first thing that I want to talk to you about is Nearpod. So Nearpod is a great resource, and I love Nearpod because it has so many different resources that are relevant in that socio-emotional and affective domain of learning, and it gives us a chance to be able to relate with our students in different ways. One of the ones that I really like is the Calm app. They are integrated with Nearpod. You have different activities that you can use. There are things on racial justice, so that way we can talk about those kind of topics, especially since there are so many diverse background of students that we're going to be working with. There are different perspective analysis lessons, and this is a better resource not only for those who are physical education teachers, but those who are teachers in general. So let's say that I wanted to plan a lesson about the Calm app. So I would click Calm, and you do have the chance to be able to really edit these lessons. However, it's great that they're already made because it's less work on us and it's a better chance for us to use our resources and time elsewhere. So here, let's say that you're a high school PE teacher and you're teaching remotely. This is a video on breathing space and it's for grades 9 through 12. And what it does is it gives you an introduction to a meditation and it gives us the opportunity to teach. So if I wanted to teach, I can do live participation, student paced, or front of class. So let's say that I'm in person and I have my projector behind me. That is what it means when I'm doing front of class. Student paced means I'm putting it in my Google Classroom for my students to be able to interact with it outside of me. So this would be a great example for asynchronous work. Live participation is something that if we're in class and this is something that we want to work with in class before we start our lesson, or this is our main lesson, then we're going to do live participation. And it gives students the chance to interact with it on the back end and really engage with you in different ways. So if you would like me to make a video more in depth about Nearpod and its functionality with those in PE and different resources, please let me know in the comments below. The next resource I love is Pear Deck. The reason why I love Pear Deck is because Pear Deck gives students a chance to be creative, and I consider myself a creative person, but it gives them the chance to be creative and be able to explore and interact with you again in another way. So I made a PowerPoint talking about the 5 components of fitness, and this is the one that I did on muscular strength. So what I want to do is, just like before, start that live lesson or student pace. I'm going to show you that live lesson and it's going to launch that presentation. So I'm going to start a new presentation anyway, because I actually used this presentation today. So when I have this presentation, the way that I set this up is people can join. So it's going to make a generation code. And this is what's going to show on the screen when your students come into the Google Classroom when you share your screen. Now it's going to show this generation code and you can always give them the link. There's also a teacher dashboard, which lets you see their answers from the back end. So the first thing that I like asking my students when they come in is, how are you today? How are you feeling? Now on our screen, all we see is the smiley face emojis. On their screen, they have the opportunity to draw on it and really give you an answer, and you see that privately. I think that information is so valuable, and it gives our students a chance to interact with us and tell them really how they're doing, especially since we are having such a huge disparity of students not interacting with us remotely. And this is just a great way to better connect with them. There are so many different resources that you can do with Pear Deck that you can have your students engage with you. So I just implemented my PowerPoint presentation into Pear Deck, and it gave me the opportunity to add different questions. For example, This one says, what is something that you did active over the weekend? So I'm encouraging them to be active over the weekend because they have an assignment that encourages activity outside of class. So what I wanted to do was give their responses privately and vocally about what something they did active over the weekend. This slide appears to us as what is something you did active. However, to them, it gives them a text box which they can answer. And I think that's really great because what we're seeing is, as I'm talking to you right now, we don't want students to feel like we're talking at them. We want to talk with them. And this application is a great way to talk with your students. So these are two resources that I think are really great to integrating your PE classroom online that can help you get a little bit more interaction from them and get them more active. If you like videos like this, please let me know. And thank you for checking this out. All right, so I hope that you like these resources and that you can integrate them into your classroom. If you have any resources that you would like to share with the greater PE community, please put it in the comments below. Make sure to subscribe because I'm going to be uploading more videos about PE on this channel. All right, see you guys next time. Have a good class.